first things that we are going to discuss is positive and negative emotions. So, what are the difference between positive and negative emotions? First is positive. Think of happiness, joy, interest, excitement, gratitude, and love. These positive emotions feel good. So it's very common that in positive emotion, it expresses things that we are happy about or it's the things we like to do. The second one is negative emotions like sadness, anger, loneliness, jealous, self-criticism, fear or rejection. Can be difficult, even painful at times. So in these negative emotions, it is the opposite of positive emotions. It is the things we don't like or we feel sad about it. The next one is example about the positive and negative emotions. Negative emotions, apathy, grief, fear, hatred, shame, blame, regret, resentment, anger, hostility, guilt, and despair. And the next one is positive emotions. Joy, interest, enthusiasm, laughter, empathy, action, curiosity, anticipation, pride, desire, euphoria, and hope. For the summary of positive and negative emotion, we people is normally experience any kind of feelings that we might involve for the things we do, but more importantly, that we must know first how to control our emotion so that it will not result in regret. Thank you.
So here we're going to tackle positive versus negative effect of emotion. People often assume that the positive and negative effect are on two opposite ends of a bipolar scale. You can only be at one point on the scale, meaning you can be experiencing one type of effect to a certain degree, from extremely mild to extremely strong, but not the other at the same time. So now, I want you to think. I'm giving you 10 seconds to think a scenario that expresses positive and negative effect. I'm willing to bet you can think of at least one or two scenarios in which you have experience with both positive and negative affectivity at the same time. The ability to experience both at the same time means that the bipolar model of positive and negative affectivity is inaccurate. You do not need to be at only one on the spectrum, since there are two. So now, I'll explain to you why it happens. This idea is backed up by research. When researchers compared the level of positive affect experience to the level of negative affect experience, they found an interesting phenomenon: dispositional or trait level. Positive and negative affect are unrelated, but state level positive and negative affect are negatively related. This means that the general level of positive affect that a person experiences is not related to the level of negative affect they experience, and vice versa. In the moment, people generally tend towards one or the other, but overall, positive and negative affect tend to vary completely independently.
Positive effect in decision making. For example, in our daily lives, it's very important to have a positive effect role into play in decision making. Because we have a positive effect, we can make our decision goods, and it can help us to grow more and faster, so that we should have a better future. Poverty cannot destroy us. Immediately, we can have a beautiful smile in our face.
Positive affect and decision making. Positive affect has an important role to play in decision making. It encourages more efficient problem solving and decision making, along with more flexible, innovative, and creative cognitive and processing.
Positive affect and create problem solving. Halimbawa, mga problemang kaya solusyonan ng maayos at nakakabuting epekto at hindi kayang gumawa ng masama o hindi nakakabuti sa iba at lalo na sa iyo. Number 2, positive affect can help improve the efficiency of decision making and problem solving. Halimbawa, mga salitang nakaka-motivate na mas lalo mo pang lalo ka pang tulungan para ipagpatuloy ang mga ginagawa mo at masolusyonan ang mga pagsubok o problema sa buhay at maging successful sa buhay.
Affect syndrome, or NAS, is a general psychological state involving negative moods and emotion. They are so intense. They disrupt or impair normal functioning and adversely impact well-being. This general categorization is a purposely word and acts as a simpler alternative. In the ever increasing complexity and specificity of diagnostic brain and nervous system work on a general level. One of the brain primary avoidable benefits are things that you want to approach. NAS happens when the brain is unable to find an effective ratio of cost and benefits. Person cannot get their needs, and a result is a suffering from the individual. NAS can cause feeling of melancholy, hopelessness, anxiety, nervousness, and many other negative moods and emotions. There are arguments both for and agents moving to a simple categorization, negative affect, but it may be beneficial to first have a word categorization that highlights the similarities between the different diagnoses of depression and anxiety. Sabi dito, negative affect syndrome, NAS, is a characteristic by present, unpleasant moods which negatively influence an individual day-to-day activities and well-being. Specifically, those which this general psychological state have heightened feelings of anxiety, irritation, pain, and despair.